Hey guys, it's your boy Cole, and patch 6.2 is a few weeks away at this point, and we finally got the release date for the letter from the producer live, which is set for Canada Day. I'm a Canadian content creator. Did you expect any different? Come on, that was basically like low-hanging fruit for me. But if you don't know what Canada Day is, that is on July 1st, and this is where they have stated that they're going to be talking about all the juiciest content coming in 6.2. Let's talk about why you should care, and there are actually very, very crazy new forms of content coming on top of the standard even number patch stuff. We already know about 3 huge new forms of content coming on top of that baseline structure versus Animal Crossing. I mean, Island Sanctuary. Then we have Criterion dungeons with variable difficulty for 1 to 4 player groups, and then new weapon enhancements. I wonder what that could be. And speculation is saying relic weapon line is starting at this point. Don't just take my words for this. This was actually stuff that was actually said is going to be coming for 6.2 in the roadmap slides that we were showing a few months ago. Let's get the fundamentals that we know to expect for an even numbered patch out of the way, and this is standard even numbered patch stuff here, guys. So first up is what usually carries the most hype, is that there will be a brand new Savage raid tier, which is going to be Pandemonium's next 4 floors, and likewise we are going to be seeing new gear from there, new minions, glamours, new everything, also brand new Tombstone gear sets cycling out of the old Tombstone currency, and more. Even number patches are usually actually, and I am actually understating it, a very big deal in 14 just because of this. Average rating is just one of the most partaken, most hyped up, most exciting forms of content. Some people might be like, oh well, we heard about DSR being so exciting for 6.1, and then that kind of had a huge spike in attention and then fell off of a cliff. I'm gonna be serious with you guys, that content is not the same. This is like you're new to 14 and you're just like, well, that's an example, isn't history gonna repeat itself? No. Savage raiding is much more accessible and hence has a lot more people actually actively engage and partake in it. There's a lot of party finder groups, and just it really has a lot of staying power. People are going to be like, why are you saying this, Cole? And it's because I actually read my comment section, and a lot of people have been like, well, if this is how raiding is, well, raiding doesn't have much hype. Maybe not ultimate raiding after you see the first few groups clear, but savage raiding absolutely brings it to you every ball. No, that's not the only Drag Race quote I know. Aside from just the savage raiding aspect, we obviously will get new crafted recipes. The materia market will open once again. For people who have been hoarding materia, you're probably going to be handsomely rewarded. Crafters and people who hoarded other right items will also be rewarded handsomely. The even number patches just open up the floodgates to the market, really. Like, they seriously really do. Potions are going to be brought back, likely with tombstone materials, which obviously makes them more expensive to make, and more guild profit. There's going to be new food items, just very, very good time to get into the crafting gathering market. And now the next thing that's going to happen is that there's going to be a brand new extreme trial with its mount to farm more main story quest lines, to no surprise to anyone, and that there is going to be a change in the Unreal trial to farm. For anyone who is sick of Ultima, this might be a good time for you. That's all the generic even numbered patch stuff. I'm shocking probably no one who's played this game for more than like a year or two. Let's talk about the juicy shit. Obviously, because the live letter has not happened yet, everything is largely still under wraps, but there are tidbits of knowledge that we do know. And I'm going to start off with what I am most guilty of being extremely excited for, which is Island Sanctuary. Like, I'm excited like wild for this, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough. Animal Crossing is one of my favorite games that I played as a like super young kid. Unfortunately, as an adult, I was never really able to jump on the bandwagon for any of the newer installments, and so this actually makes me really, really happy. The official Final Fantasy XIV Twitter described this content as make your pastoral dreams a reality in your own little island sanctuary in Endwalker, raise animals, cultivate the earth, and learn to live off the land. Adventurers looking to slow down a bit can look forward to a variety of updates through the 6.x series. In other interviews, Yoshi P has said that you can visit other players' islands, customize the island by placing buildings and gather materials, and starting from a blank canvas, which obviously is pretty epic to say the least. These are systems that we've never really heard about, and we've also heard about things like letting your minions out to play and so much more. What makes this even more exciting is that Yoshi P said that Island Sanctuary is intentionally playing different than many things implemented previously, which is actually kind of mind-blowing to say the least, since they are deviating so much from the what was initially suspected to just be another version of housing, another version of gardening as we've known it, that some people speculated on. And it's like Yoshi P just went in here and was like, whoosh, No, it's completely different. Completely smacking all the people speculating, which did unfortunately include me at the time. But we were working with what we knew. My point is, this is my number one for 6.2. Absolutely no doubt in my mind. Next up is Criterion Dungeons, which we know literally next to nothing about, outside that it can have a group of 1 to 4 players and has scalable difficulty and is, well, a dungeon. And so that instantly puts it on the radar for me personally as something that I am immediately interested in, because one thing that I do enjoy from World of Shitcraft is Mythic Plus dungeons. Actually, enjoy might be the worst word to use here. I do think that is still underselling it. In a world where I truly covered anything and everything that I wanted to do in gaming, Mythic Plus and WoW is something that you would see a lot more here. Yeah, I still have to hand credit where credit is due for Mythic Plus, specifically to this ass backwards company that I, even this morning, woke up to somehow still snorting their own farts. How the fuck this is possible? I don't know, but apparently it is. At risk of bloating this video with further speculation, I'm gonna just cut it short here and say the current meta idea that a lot of people are talking about is that this is like Mythic Plus. Now, to clarify something, is that this is not the same as deep dungeon content coming. A lot of people are just like, oh, is this a form of deep dungeon content? No. Deep Dungeon content is slated to be coming in patch 6.3. Obviously this has content to keep an eye for, because it's not going to be something that we've just seen rehashed before. I think a lot of people that are saying, oh, this has to be that rehashed, oh, that needs to be that rehashed, I don't think that enough credit's being given due to the 14 devs. They are working their asses off. Like, I'm actually really excited for this shit. Now finally, this brings us to our last of the 3 points of 6.2 that I'm really excited about, which is this ambiguous weapon enhancement section, which I haven't heard or seen any real news on. I'm actually curious if anything has been released. I've tried searching, I haven't heard anything about this. What we know though from the years is that every expansion there is a brand new relic weapon series. This is also sometimes called a weapon enhancement because you start with a basic weapon and then you upgrade that base weapon over and over again. Realm Reborn was the weapon enhancement system called the Zodiac Weapons series, and then upgrading that base weapon using like things like Atma grinding, which still does haunt me to this day. Heaven's Ward was run arf until you barf for poetic tomestones. Your Stormblood was Eureka, which was honestly, I'm not gonna lie, underrated. Those NM Notorious Monster Trains had some excellent memes in chat. Also, memes was the name of the special skills that you could use in Eureka. I'm not even joking, guys. I love it so much. And then there was Boja, which I still consider absolute peak content. I enjoyed Boja, and the content just rounded completely. Like Diluvium Regane, I can say it now, I practice. Diluvium Regane struck a very, very solid middle ground between too difficult and too easy, and I'm still to this day a massive fan of it. It was casual content that, like, really I found engaging. It was like the right difficulty. It was difficult enough that I wasn't like falling asleep like an expert roulette. Peace and love, I love y'all. But expert roulettes are really, really boring. But it also wasn't so difficult that I thought that I was going into Savage Raid. I liked it. It's kind of like Extreme Trials. It's just like casual, like just like kind of like easy to pick up popcorn kind of food. I really am a fan of that kind of difficulty because it's so easy to pick up and put down whenever you want. But I digress. But Boja also had duels, Castor Malacus Sator, Dal Riata. I just enjoyed nearly every single aspect of Boja. Nice limit break, bro. Oh my god. Oh, the limit break. Oh. Anyhow, that is it. That is what we can look forward to for patch 6.2. I hope everyone got something neat and excited from this video. I am actually genuinely excited for so many parts of it. Like, new raid tier, hello, just that alone is super exciting. Sanctuary, Mythic Plus, and 14, there are incredibly awesome things coming, and I'm actually so excited for 6.2. Anyhow, take care everyone, I hope you have a fantastic day.